Hi, I'm Liz DiTomaso, certified life coach and eating psychology coach. And today I want to talk to you about believing in yourself and believing in your dreams. When I was in seventh grade, one of my best friends told me she was trying out for field hockey. I had no idea what field hockey was, but something about the tryout seemed interesting and appealing to me. So I followed her to the tryout and decided, despite the fact that I was overweight, the laziest person that I knew, loved ice cream and Wendy's cheese fries, I decided that I was going to try out for field hockey. That week was probably one of the hardest weeks of my adolescence. I had no idea how much running was involved in field hockey. There's a lot of running. I was not a natural runner at that point. In fact, it felt like I had zero athletic ability, but something inside of me wanted to at least keep trying. So I got through the week. I was the slowest person every time we had time drills on runs. I barely knew what to do with a stick and the ball because I didn't even know what field hockey was prior to this experience. But again, I got through the week. And when it was time to check the list to see if I had made it, of course, my name was not on the list. And while I was devastated by not making the team, I remember sitting beside my mom in her car on the way home from tryouts and telling her that I had decided I was going to work my butt off and make that team the next year. Something inside of me was lit from that experience. It felt like a fire had been lit that I didn't even know existed inside of me until I showed up at that tryout that year. So I spent the entire next year getting myself into shape. And of course, I didn't have any guidance. This was before the time of the internet. So I had no idea what to do to get myself in running shape or lose weight or any of that. I just tried to figure it out to the best of my ability. So I would make myself run. I would ask my friend who had made the team what I should do with running. And I remember putting myself on a diet that included white rice, steamed broccoli, and soy sauce. That was my idea of healthy eating back then. And the next year came and I showed up at tryouts and I made it this time. And I remember the coach saying, wow, you have improved a lot, and just praising my ability to see it through over that year. By the time I graduated as a senior, I actually ended up making the all-star team, going from someone who felt like she had nothing, no athletic ability, was incredibly lazy and overweight, to getting to the point where I actually mastered the ability to play field hockey. It was great, but it's an experience in my life that shows me that when there is a spark lit and a dream in your heart, there's nothing that can keep you from getting that except for yourself. So how do we, first of all, hear that voice that tells us that something is for us, where we feel like we're being intuitively led? For me, that voice comes in stillness. In other words, through meditation or through just sitting out on my deck and looking out at the lake. Whenever I intentionally still the distractions around me, or I intentionally try to quiet my mind, that voice will naturally arise. Sometimes that voice arises when I'm doing something relaxing. I love to wash the dishes. So I'll hear that voice come up inside of me when I'm doing that sort of thing as well. But it's also key to note that it may not be a voice for you. For me, it's a voice that feels really firm and speaks usually in one or two sentence phrases. It's not like the voice in my head that's constantly going all day that speaks a lot, that talks fast and talks a lot. This is a much quieter, authoritative voice that will usually use one or two words. For you, it may be a feeling that you get inside of your body. It may be a picture that flashes into your mind. So that intuitive knowing comes up in different ways for all of us. I encourage you, if you don't have a sense of what the right thing for you to do in your life is to try some of these things that I've mentioned, getting into nature, trying to be still, just relaxing when you're doing ordinary tasks around the house, to let that voice come up so that it can start to direct you in smaller ways in your life. And that ends up leading to bigger things. I hope this has helped you. I hope this is demonstrated for you and just helped you see that if you have a dream, there's a reason that you have it. These things are not coincidental. These dreams that we have in our heart, they're leading us toward who we really are authentically. And when you follow them and take the steps that they guide you toward, you end up finding a piece of yourself that just feels so good and it's right, and you're contributing who you really are to the world. And that's what we really need, right? We need people who are being themselves, because there is no one else in the world that has your talent, that has your voice, that can bring things to life in the way that you can. So I really, really hope you start to listen for that voice. If you've never paid attention to it, you start to take steps that is guiding you toward. And if you need any help getting in touch with that voice or believing in yourself, I'm here, and it would be my privilege and honor to support you. Please check out my website. I'll put the link below. It's LizDiTomasso.com, LizDiTomasso.com. I'm also over on Instagram. Liz D. Tomasso Coaching is my handle, and I post different inspirational, motivational things over on Instagram than what I put on Facebook. And I've also recently posted a blog. So if any of that can help and serve you, I would love that. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and I hope you got something from this video. Thank you.